Here are some of the things that you might want to consider before signing up with your employer. The PWD, the processing if it's normal or premium processing, the reimbursements or shoulder of the expenses, how long is the contracts, the accommodation if there is, and the breach fee or the buyout fee. Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here and welcome back to my channel, The Nurse Photographer. We're at 750 or 740 plus subscribers. Guys, thank you so much for the support. If you're a foreigner and hunting for an employer to work in America, here are some of the things that you might want to consider before signing up with them. Remember guys, we have to be careful because sometimes when the opportunity arrives, too soon, sometimes we get too excited and we don't consider or we don't carefully read what is written in the contract. Now, we're all in the same boat and we learn from the experience of others. So please make sure to do your extensive research, read blogs, forums, and join Facebook groups like Lefora to know more about the employers that you're interested to sign up with. Here are some of the things that you might want to consider before signing up that contract with your employer. The PWD, the processing if it's normal or premium processing, the reimbursements or shoulder of the expenses, how long is the contracts, the accommodation if there is, and the breach fee or the buyout fee. First, okay, let's begin with the PWD or the prevailing wage determination. If your employer already have this, they can file for your I-140 right away after you give them your credentials. If not, this will take a long time, around 6 to 10 months. Depending on how fast they are going to process this, and some even might take around 1 year. Yes, that's true, 1 year. It's a really big factor if your employer have this or not. Next is the normal or premium processing. One of the factors that will make your application faster is whether or not your employer will file your application under premium or normal processing. This is for your I-140, and the premium processing usually takes only 1 to 2 months, while the normal processing takes around 4 to 6 months before you get a result. Take note guys, that is just for the result. It takes 4 to 6 months just to know if your I-140 gets approved, RFE, or denied.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Pero depende pa rin, no? Paiba-iba talaga. Kasi may nabasa ako sa Facebook groups na yung I-140 niya na-file under Nebraska na Service Center, normal processing lang yon pero inabot ng 2 months lang na approve na agad. And I know naman some people na na-file din yung I-140 nila under Nebraska din. It took 3 months bago nalaman na RFE siya, and then another 4 months para lang ma-approve. So that's a total of 7 months. So ang tagal talaga. Next is the reimbursements or shoulder of the expenses. Most agencies will reimburse your NCLEX, IELTS, visa screen, medicals, and some will even give you a sign-up bonus when you sign up with them. And for direct hires, some will and some will not reimburse those, but they will usually shoulder the cost of your petition, the lawyer, the plane ticket. It's a good idea to clarify these with your employer if they will shoulder these or not, just so you can prepare yourself for the cost and prepare yourself financially. Next is the contract. Is your contract stated in hours or years? Usually, if it's in years, it's usually around 2 to 3 years, but I read that some were given 4 years. Personally, I think 4 years is just too long because there are a lot of things that can happen in those 4 years. And if it's stated in hours, it's good to know if the training is included or deductible from the contract hours. It's also good to know if the overtime hours is deductible from the contract hours, because I have a friend who has a contract that is stated in hours, and even if he does overtime or take extra shifts, it's not deductible from his contract hours. So no matter how many overtime or extra shifts that he took, his contract will still be the same. Next is accommodation. It's also good to know if your employer will shoulder your accommodation upon arriving in America. Usually, the employers will shoulder around 1 to 2 months depending on your employer, because there are some that will only shoulder a week upon arriving there. So that's a huge financial responsibility if you're going to shoulder that right away. Last is the breach fee or the buyout fee. Now, although we don't have plans on breaching the contract, it's good to know the exact amount. They say that if it's not indicated in the contract, don't sign the contract first, okay? You have to be careful because I've seen some that their buyout contract is $30,000 and sometimes even higher, $40,000, and sometimes there are outrageous buyout contracts around $60,000. Normally, they say that the buyout contract should only be around $20,000. So again, it depends upon your employer. You really need to be careful about this. Okay, that's it, guys. I just want to add, it's also nice to ask your employer if they will allow you to do part-time on other hospitals or facilities, because some will allow you after 6 months. When you're familiar with your facility, they will allow you to do part-time on other facilities as well. So it's also good to ask this with your employer. So that's it, guys. I hope this video helps you, nurses. Again, please do your extensive research before signing up with an employer. Thank you, YouTube friends. Now, time for some questions and answers. Robbie Avila asked, "Hello sir, may I ask if I need to add my new released license USRN in my profile? I also had CES before and CGFNS account already, but I can't shop for visa screen because I need to update my profile. Thank you." So yes, Robbie Avila, kailangan mo i-update yung profile mo kasi katulad din sa akin before, may CES na ako, no? May CGFNS account na ako 2019, tapos yung nagpasa ko na yung NCLEX, 2020, nagbago yung interface ng CGFNS kasi nag-update sila. Tapos, wala sa shopping cart ko yung visa screen kasi nga, dun sa personal infos mo, yung sa profile mo, may mga lumabas na mga kailangan mo i-update, kailangan mo maglagay ng additional information. So, after mo lang malagay yon, and after mo malagay yung license mo na nakapasa ka na NCLEX, lalabas na yung visa screen mo. Ayun. Okay, next is kay Rickmond Bonsu. "I recently passed the NCLEX. I find it difficult as to what to do to get my NCLEX pass letter to CGFNS for visa screen certification completion. Do I have to contact Texas Board of Nursing to send the documentation to CGFNS?" Rickmond Bonsu, maraming salamat sa comment mo. Yung pass letter ko, in-email sa akin to ng New Mexico Board of Nursing automatically. Tapos, dun kasi sa, yung nag-visa screen na ako, yung pinakababa sa may examination, yung exam documents, tapos past CP or NCLEX, ang tagal nun kasi meets all program requirements. Ngayon, ang tagal na ito mag-change. Kinailangan kong isend yung pass letter ko through Contact Us. Okay, bago to maayos. Pero alam mo, sa case ng sister ko, wala siyang ginawa. Automatic to na nag-green lahat, no? Nag-meets all program requirements agad. So, minsan automatic siya, minsan hindi. Kasing sa ate ko, parang 2 months lang okay na yung visa screen niya. Sa akin, inabot ng 4 months. Depende rin kasi yun minsan sa evaluator ng files mo, sa volume ng pumapasok sa kanila. So, ayun, sana nakatulong. Okay, next question is from Aiza Rebogbog. Ang comment niya ay, "Hi sir, thank you for this content. Has pushed me to do my own DIY visa screen application." Wow, nice. Ask ko lang po kung ano yung pinagkaiba ng licensure, registration information versus licensure, registration examination. They do have asking the same info, pero nung sinundan ko ang video nyo, parang local board entry dapat yung sa registration info and NCLEX yung ipoprovide sa registration examination. Please enlighten me. Salamat. Okay. Sige, ganito yun eh. Okay, papakita ko na lang dito sa screen para mas madali intindihin. Aiza, maraming salamat sa content mo. Ngayon, hindi ka nag-iisa. Kahit ako yung umpisa, nalito rin ako no, kung ano ba yung ilalagay dito. Tingin ko, tinanong ko rin ata to before sa ibang tao. Ngayon, dun sa licensure registration information, ipapasok mo dun yung license mo, both sa Philippines tsaka United States. And doon naman sa licensure registration examinations, so examination, ito yung NCLEX mo mismo. So yung ipapasok mo lang is yung kung saan state ka nag-exam. So in my case, ano ba to? New Mexico, sorry. So passed, yes. Licensure, resulted in license, yes. Ayan, okay. Last question from Nathaniel Bocobo. "Hello sir, thank you sa info. How long po ang aantayin bago ma-issue ang visa screen certificate if we completed na po lahat ng requirements? Isesend po ba through courier sa mailing address? Thank you." Nathaniel Bocobo, maraming salamat sa comment mo. So to answer your question, pag lahat na ng information mo is meets all program requirements, parang it will only take 5 days, no? Ipapadala nila yung visa screen certificate mo sa bahay mo. So mabilis lang talaga yon. So for example, no, ito yung visa screen certificate ko. Sorry, di ko pinakita lahat, pero yan siya. Okay? Okay yan. Malapit na yan matapos. Good luck. Sana pag nilabas ko yung vlog na to is dumating na yan sa bahay mo. Okay, yun lang naman. Guys, maraming salamat sa panonood. Sana mag-subscribe kayo sa channel ko, i-like nyo yung video na to, and click nyo yung notification bell para lang ma-recommend din ng YouTube itong video ko or content ko sa mga nurses na naghahanap din ng ganitong content. Maraming salamat, nurses. Kung may comment kayo, may tanong kayo, comment down below nyo lang at sasagutin natin yung susunod na video. Guys, keep safe and see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!